back, I believe,
to the Friendlyjordies / Jimmy's podcast.
Jeez. I think we had a million things to talk about, but I wanted to say this. Guess who we saw on our flight to Adelaide?
Oh, wait. Let me guess. Koshi.
Close.
So close. Just imagine Koshi with hair and you're there.
Yeah.
The lady that used to work with Koshi.
Close.
Wow, we're getting warm. Right gender this time.
Yeah.
Galapagos tortoise.
That is very close to Koshi. We're getting...
I give up.
That's
The only person from Adelaide that I know.
She's not from Adelaide, I don't think, but
Oh,
Delta.
Yeah.
Ooh, Delta Goodrum.
Yeah.
Not flying Delta Airlines.
And Jordan spotted her, and I didn't believe him. I was like, he doesn't know what he's talking about. But it was.
Is she the one that spread COVID? Because it's Delta strain of COVID.
No, is it?
Yeah, it's the Indian strain is now called Delta strain because
What the fuck's she doing on airplanes?
I was born to kill.
on PC to keep saying that they're like country-based variants.
Well, that's conclusive. You heard it here first on the Friendlyjordies Twitch stream. The new strain of COVID is because of Delta Goodrum. That's why it's called Delta strain.
Is that another defamation?
It was about everybody's response when we said Delta Goodrum is on the plane was to laugh.
Is she a joke?
Why?
Said, I don't know.
I didn't laugh.
You didn't laugh?
No, I was like, I feel famous.
Why? Dude,
Really?
if I'm not wrong, I remember when when you used to live in that.
Sorry.
What was that suburb that you used to live in before you moved to Lithgow?
Greenwich,
No, close.
Lane Cove,
Lithgow?
No, the one that's like bordering Inner West and the north.
Balmain.
Oh,
Roselle.
Roselle, yeah.
Not Roseville.
Am I
Roselle.
wrong, or did you have a picture as a child with Delta Goodrum?
That was my ex-partner. And her sister.
Yeah, I really don't think that the Tame fan's going to be a big fan of Born to Try.
And
But you got to ask,
and
right?
I remember
Even as a kid, if Delta walked up to me and was like, do you want a photo? I'd be like, yeah, you're a loser. That's what I would have said to her.
And you know what was funny? I remember the funniest thing about that was Jordan looks at that picture and says, "Oh, look at Delta. She's bald. What a loser." And to which Mislav says, "Yeah, she had cancer then." And even Jordan was like, "Well, I probably shouldn't have said
Yeah,
that."
a bit too far.
Okay, good.
Bit
good.
too far.
I'm glad you this is live.
Retrospective red hot content.
Let's not cancel. There's so many elephants in the room. Let's just pretend everything's an elephant, because that to a lot, like Mark from Australian Isles would be like, not a touchdown, Ali, not a touchdown.
All right, let's begin our first
On the other
segment.
hand, spotting her. Yeah. That was his dude. Isn't that he was very famous. You don't know this.
No, I know who you're talking about. He's the guy who wears a lot of makeup. True or false?
I mean, look, yeah, him and Pavarotti, I suppose.
Maybe in his spare time.
Famous for that.
Maybe more in his spare time, I would say. In fact, let's take it conclusively. That's another breaking news story on Jordan's Twitch tonight. Mark from Australian Isles across dress.
2 decades of defining the Australian music scene. A decade as the most famous man on television.
All opinions expressed are jokes and none of it is true.
Yes, thank you, Ollie. Yeah.
No, but the makeup thing must be true. The guy with the glasses said it. He's definitely got onto something there. Why is that? I've never heard that.
Well, doesn't it?
What was the thing you said last time? It was like,
Oh, wait, was it tan? He's super tan, isn't he?
who the fuck are you
maybe.
talking about? Wait, what was the thing you said last time? Stanley Kubrick doesn't direct his own films.
It's a fake.
He has a ghost writer.
I didn't say that.
I love that.
So
Hey, if he directed all of them, how come he's in none of his movies?
Yeah, exactly. Unlike bloody whatever his name is in June. He's in
He took the time.
And Tarantino?
Tarantino. In fact, you know what? Fuck it. I'll break news for you. Anyone that directs a film that isn't in the film as a cameo didn't actually direct the film. Case closed.
Finally.
And while we're at it, Australia is
Elephant enough for you?
What was
Jesus.
yeah, Australia's a fake country. We're all actors.
Let's not go crazy.
Yeah, well, look. Actors maybe, but crisis actors definitely. That's
Hey, I have
a very funny combination of words.
Before we get into this, I have a game.
Ooh, okay. Why don't we do it as the next segment?
Is the game, can I have some of the vape?
Close.
You won this
All right, I
game.
win.
Do it after the next one. You go and just
All right,
remind
okay.
me.
Just because, it's a complicated
It's okay,
thing.
it's
It
okay.
helps with the
Just remind
algorithm.
me.
What?
Remind me.
I will remind you. Don't worry. We'll do it. So the first segment is, Barnaby makes an amazing comeback.
Oh, yeah.
What's that about?
That guy.
Isn't he the deputy?
He used to be the deputy prime minister. You might remember him for his beef with Johnny Depp and
His beetroot like
the now
face.
infamous Amber Heard.
True. Pretty much, if he was on a plane, you would just, you're like, oh my God, Delta. If Barnaby was on it, you'd be like, so? Who gives a shit?
Definitely.
Yeah.
So you remember? So
Would
you know who
you?
I'm talking about, right?
I know you're talking about the angry guy. It's like, I'm sick of people putting up red tape. I can't, gerrymander fucking properties onto my farm. You are the government. You can literally change that tomorrow. No, it's those big wigs in minority government, the Greens.
Yeah, that's
Hang on, I'll go further. Not even that. Some Greens members on local council. They're the ones to blame. Dude, we are at that stage. That is legitimately what half the country thinks about the bushfires.
No, it's their fault for the fucking fires. Councils.
What the political party whose name is Green is responsible for the bushfires. I don't get it. I know it's a joke, but it's not funny.
Finally.
So, anyways, this is the ABC information. Jordan probably knows a lot more about it, but according to the ABC, the reason why Barnaby has made a comeback is because the guy before him. I didn't know his name even when he was the deputy prime minister, McCormack.
Yeah.
He was not extremist enough and didn't get enough favors from the Liberal Party for the Nationals.
You know, it was a really interesting tidbit about that. When I was with Rudd last time, he was saying, you know who the fuck our deputy prime minister is? I can't remember him. I see him on ABC every night. And as soon as he disappears, I'm just like, we just must not have a fucking deputy prime minister.
I didn't know who it was. That's no surprise.
Right, I had to deal with things that are directly in his seat. I swear it took me 6 months to remember that man's name. And it's not a particularly, exotic name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really, it's just something extremely forgettable about Michael McCormick. Just shouldn't be leading anything ever, should he?
But that's enough. I think those are grounds for a leadership spill. You are
Fair.
you're so unmemorable.
So why? Why did he get
We'd
booted?
rather have a deputy prime minister who at least 1% of the population knows about. And
Yeah, that'd be
and people know Barnaby.
Yeah, that's true. But why did he get booted?
Barnaby?
No, Barnaby's in.
Yeah, because Barnaby used to be. Anyways, he got booted because there was a leadership spill, and according to a majority of the Nationals, he was not. He wasn't good enough to get favors for the Nationals, and they think Barnaby would be better at getting those.
Okay, I know this hasn't been said before ever on this program or on Jordan's show or on this office, but this government is a bloody joke. Go on.
Amen.
There was also the fact that there's two factions within the Nationals, and it's really based around
The bunyips and the
Was it? Is it
Cholos.
the pro horse?
cholos.
I don't know.
What are cholos?
it's like Mexican gangsters. I don't know why I said that. Just continue talking.
A
Pretend
cholo.
I
That'd be amazing if he was right.
L.A. Cholos.
So just like, yo, Holmes, you did bad to me, yes, eh? What's your name again? McCormick. You're done, McCormick. Oh, no.
Stay off the east side of LA if you know what's good for you, Holmes, man.
But
Why do you care so much about federal Australian politics? Hey, stay out of this. This is my time, all right?
I'm just a passionate man, okay? What has it got to do? What do you care about my interest in geopolitics, okay, Holmes?
And the extension of it is Michael McCormick wouldn't get a 13 tattooed on his face.
He's like, who do you think opened up all those Mad Mexes, Holmes?
Where's my permit, yo?
Sorry, just ignore me and continue talking.
no. Okay, let me guess. Are the two factions one is very pro Brumbies and the other one is slightly pro Brumbies.
That's New South Wales. Now,
Okay.
that's a very astute point. But really, the factions when it comes federally are water and coal seam gas. And so it really just boils down to if you have a choice of thieving water or building a bunch of coal seam gas points on somebody's land, who are you going to take the call for? And it looks like coal seam gas has won.
Right.
But isn't that the same thing? Don't coal seam gas plants use a lot of water? They've got more in common. They should just get together.
Yeah, well, that's why they need a man like Barnaby that can bring them together. You know, that's what politics is all about, is consensus of two extremely environmentally destructive industries.
Bring the harmonious world of coal seam gas and water theft in one harmonious yin and yang.
Dude,
His face, his yin and yang.
how freaking ridiculous is that?
What?
That, like, we're still doing leadership spills over coal seam gas. I'm so happy that Australia is, like, 25 million and not 500 million.
Why?
Because we would have done way more damage. At least now, us being like a bad player in terms of climate change, we do little damage.
Yeah.
But if we were like the US, then these like this leadership spill would matter a lot more, don't you think?
Probably.
Well, I think it's... I've been coming to this realisation recently because of recent events, but the Nationals are pretty fucked. The
Nationals here first.
barely represent anyone, even in the bush. When it comes to New South Wales, they represent about 30% of the regional seats.
That's significant.
That's what I said. It is significant.
But you can't really call yourself the party of the bush if 70% of the bush aren't voting.
Oh, 70% of like they're 30% of the bush.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
Well, that sucks. Then why are they the coalition? Where's the rest of the fucking 70%?
That's what I was saying.
Beats me. I think it's just a combination of gerrymandering, name recognition. These things are the things that are keeping them in power. But you get a few seats knocked off them in New South Wales. I think it's a few more federally. They don't have power anymore. But at the moment, really, they are the ones that are dictating resource policy in this country, which, let's be honest, what else is there to governing a country? What? We need more nurses and whoop whoop. You know, that's not...
Which we do.
Nah, less.
Oh, come on. I'm taking the camera off.
Yeah, fair.
Less nurses. How's that for an unpopular opinion? We need less nurses.
I think Helen Dalton should run on it. I think that'll really help her.
Once
Less
again,
nurses, more corgis.
views expressed over here are jokes and not actual positions.
This is a joke podcast. We are jokers. This is comedy, satire. You know the Chaser? This is the
Jordan's
Chaser.
actually going to become the Joker soon. Like with all the
He is the
fucking
Joker
stress
already.
he's going through, he will
already
become
is.
Joker.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is a show. You didn't-
In fact, we're not
You
even
thought Mark
real.
Holden wore a lot of makeup.
You're actually... Jordan, you're actually doing this podcast by yourself. We're figments of your imagination.
I wouldn't be
Don't joke about
surprised.
that. We're all at that point. Really.
Quick, we can all ride away in this flying cat bus.
Yeah.
Hop in.
So, do you think that this leadership spill is going to make Nationals more popular or less popular?
No different, I'd say.
More, for sure.
More popular.
As what Ali said, how much better of an asset is having the most charismatic man in federal politics leading your party as opposed to the least charismatic
I would say
man? I think
Barnaby's
it
the
might
most
help.
charismatic.
Well, who are you thinking?
Who's more charismatic?
Yeah, Bill Shorten.
Greg Hunt, surely.
I don't know. I forget who that is. Okay, I don't know how to roll off the fucking...
Scott Morrison.
Who is the most... Actually, let's just ask this question. Who's the most charismatic person in federal politics? I actually think it is Barnaby. I think he can
Albo.
hold his own well.
Albo's better.
He's a great guy.
Right.
But charisma and being a good person aren't really
Yeah, maybe
hand in
you're
hand,
right.
are
Yeah,
they?
Look, you could be honest.
Catter, Bob Catter.
Yes.
Yeah, he's up there.
He's up there.
That's a really
In
good
fact,
point.
up there, he's number one.
But he is sort of just Biden in a cowboy hat these days.
That's what I was going to ask.
Is he
How
gas?
charismatic is he minus the hat?
Still charismatic.
Well, see, this is the thing. Barnaby's got him on that as well. They're the Hat Brigade.
No, Barnaby doesn't always wear the hat. He does like come to the parliament with a fucking hunter. Have you seen
Lamby.
that clip? You know that massive fucking whip that he had in the parliament and he was smashing it on the ground? Don't know the context, but that happened.
That's sick.
That's it.
What context?
I think the Nationals are awesome.
There's no context needed. What context needs to be explained there? Is bringing the bush to the big smoke, Ali.
Hey, old man Grisha says Penny Wong. And I actually agree. On a serious note, she is charismatic.
I think she's sharp.
I
think she's a really good debater.
I think she's good, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think she's charismatic. She doesn't have the X factor, yeah?
She ticks my boxes.
What are those?
Ill.
That she's competent.
Well...
Jesus, you suck, Ali. Well, that's what you want
Such
out of
a bureaucrat.
representative members.
Hey, when she
Tomorrow.
speaks, when she speaks, I like to listen.
True.
Fair enough.
That's also... But it doesn't have that
There's a poll. Katter, Barnaby, Katter's hat, Tanya Plibersek, Fitzgibbon. And currently Katter's hat is in the lead.
Yes!
By 52%.
Holy hell. And there's 4 other contestants. That's a big majority. No wonder the Nationals keep winning.
Do you know what's funny?
But he's got a new hat. That's actually what's happening in Parliament right now.
I want it. Katter's hat's going to take
Funnily enough, Scott Morrison is not on that poll as the man who's supposed to be the top dog.
He's got no charisma.
Hey, to give him his dues a little bit.
Really?
You don't think?
No, I don't think.
I think he's fake.
And this is like me not showing my political allegiance. He is not charismatic. He's an acceptable individual.
Yeah.
As in,
That's
like,
a weird
he's
turn of events.
He's like, well, not acceptable for me. Like, that's my political affiliation. I'm being neutral here. He's acceptable in the sense that he's not threatening.
Real estate agent.
He plays the void really well in the Libs at the moment, which is those two competing factions between... You know what I really think is the difference between the wets and the dries? I was thinking about this a lot.
Water.
No. Wets like going to theatre more than they like going to church.
He's got it.
Don't you think? Like, it just
you're
makes
talking
so
about-
much sense
you're
how
talking
like the big rift of the Liberal Party over the last 10 years was
Hey.
just like, gay marriage, what do we do about it? They only think that because they go to the opera house more.
Church is theater, in my opinion.
Well,
Turn
that
offense.
is, that's, I'd imagine someone with those glasses would say that. You know,
No,
like
but here's the
that's
second part. A mosque is not.
Oh, and that's where I'm not sure.
and that explains the beard.
Katter's hat won it. Katter's hat is the most charismatic member of parliament.
By 80% too.
By 80%. Number 2 was Katter, 3 was Tanya Plibersek, and 4 was Barnaby. I don't even know who Fitzgibbon is.
Right,
that's-
but what we're learning is that the charisma is an extension of the hat. That's what those polls are teaching us, that it kind of just has a glow effect, I suppose, on everyone around it.
We're making a joke out of it, but it is true. Like, don't you think that anything that puts you like slightly, that makes you a little different from the crowd, you're automatically gonna like get some attention out of it.
Yeah, look, Kat has obviously just read the game. He's peacock.
He's read The Secret too.
Game.
And probably Tolstoy.
Dude, you're confusing the game for Big Game magazine.
Hunting a pig is a lot like picking up a chick at a club.
Is he wrong?
So wait, give us some like, give us some like actual analysis. So, coal seam gas
right.
wins, and national. So that just means that the government just got worse.
It depends. What matters more, I suppose, is poisoned water or no water?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
What do you think is...
I think poisoned water is worse.
Oh,
yeah, it keeps you
split.
alive a little bit longer.
And with like when there's no water, it means that there's gonna be a revolution. But when it's poisoned water, they're too weak to fight because they're poisoned.
Shit, I thought poison water was better.
Damn, and you're asking me for analysis?
No.
That's pretty good.
No, I am saying poisoned water is
Oh,
worse.
no, I'm saying it's better.
Nah.
New poll.
New poll, what's better? Poison water or no water at all? Get it going.
But
Let's be honest, poison water is just LA ice, fuck.
I
No.
tell you, they look. I was just talking to a couple of people from Labor, and they are not comfortable with the fact.
Sponsored by Labor. Address
Fact. Yes, the Saturday paper did some ripping analysis on that.
Well, he
by
talks to
asking-
Labor. He just said it.
For an organization that sponsors you, they surely don't really stick up. Sorry.
And he just quelled that.
My bad.
No, dude, you should say that because
No.
he's not fucking sponsored.
Miss, let's not go there. Let's not go there.
Right.
Okay.
Exposed.
Okay, well, unless you want to add to that, then we can move on to Mislav's game.
Add to it.
Yeah, I'll just say this about the Nats, that honestly, if we can somehow get into the zeitgeist that the Nats are the Greens, what the Murdoch press has done with the Labor Party and the Greens of linking them together and saying, if you vote Labor, you get Greens, which is just so inaccurate. I don't even know what's more inaccurate, that or a couple of Greens, like local council members, are dictating the bushfires. But they're on par, both of those ideas.
Yeah.
But
Dude, they keep throwing their joints in the bush.
What's that?
it could have actually sparked it. They don't, yeah.
Joints.
They're pyromaniacs, I'm telling
Nimbin.
you what.
Can you imagine if all the fires started from Nimbin?
Hey, that's the Wuhan epicenter. Did you?
What?
No, I'm kidding. Like
I
not
thought you
really.
meant it was back there or something.
Well, it is back. The Wuhan, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a crazy opinion. We're gonna move on to your thing, but like, did you watch that new Jon Stewart controversy on Stephen Colbert? So Jon Stewart goes on Stephen Colbert, and this is what he says. Dead serious. He's saying he reckons that the virus came from that Wuhan lab. And I respect that guy so much that I'm like,
Shit.
He's right.
he's right.
So Jon Stewart thinks that.
Jon Stewart does think
So
that.
what? Trump was right.
Trump was right
Apparently-
about a lot of things, Mislav.
Apparently, but the thing is, man, like, okay,
It's a possibility.
I always looked at it as like, you know, those conspiracy theories that you have to sort of entertain to make sure that people recognize that you're giving all of their opinions some value.
No, you should be an edge. Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, I'm looking more closely into it after him.
What was his point?
And what do you think?
Dude, the problem is it's like knowing if does God exist or not. We'll never know the answer because there's no way China's gonna let us know what the answer was.
It's not impossible to imagine though that it was just like Flubber. You know, you've seen Flubber with Robin Williams.
Yeah. Who hasn't?
I think that's what happened. They might have like. I mean, there's a possibility they were just like making Flubber essentially, and it escaped.
No. Look, here's the thing.
You're right.
They weren't making
That is a
flubber.
possibility.
Yeah.
But because a lot of these SARS viruses come from China, they had a lab that was researching on it.
Yeah.
And look, I don't know the answer. It got out. It
It's a
could have
possibility.
gotten out, or it could have gotten out from those wet markets. I don't know. I'm just saying Jon Stewart has made me go
Based
back
on
to
whole
the
thing,
drawing
look,
board.
I'll say it's got to be a really credible source. The guy that completely changed American politics for the better, I don't think that he's a willy-nilly guy.
I don't see that.
And
And I think he talks to a lot of people that are in the know.
And I hate the fact that I am siding with Stephen Colbert as opposed to Jon Stewart. Like, that's killing me.
What do you mean? So Colbert's
Because
like,
Stephen,
you're crazy.
Yeah, that's what Stephen Colbert was saying. You're crazy. That's an insane theory. That's a conspiracy. And Jon Stewart was just saying like, it's called Wuhan Virology Lab, and they were doing research on coronavirus, and I'm the crazy one.
Dude, he's got a point.
Well, what was the audience feeling about it? Were they really
Dude, they were just
uncomfortable?
like, they didn't care. They just liked the fact that Jon Stewart was on air, as opposed to
just
Stephen
done with
Colbert.
it.
Imagine how Alex Jones is going to lap this up. He'd be like, even the liberals are admitting it. I'm not a fan of Jon Stewart. I never was, but this is obviously he's had some sort of an internal conflict, and the patriot side of him is coming out as opposed to the CCP Chi-Com side. I commend you, sir. I commend you. I never thought I'd say it on this show, but I, Alex Jones, don't mind Jon Stewart there. I said it. We're going to take a break now. We'll be back in a moment. It's unbelievable.
The break. Well, let's be honest, the breaks are as entertaining as the show. So
Yes, they are. You seen this here? Gold pellets. Freedom. What was it?
I think that was the funniest minute of all of human history. Him advertising his little what are they, fish oil things.
Fish
Have you
oil.
seen that?
Yeah, I have.
You seen the ad?
Well, I think
Have
I
you
saw
all
it
seen
ages
it?
ago.
You have to see it. The slow zoom in on Alex Jones's sunburnt Texan face going, and this little pill right here is solid gold liquid consciousness.
And then he looks at the camera. Do it. Look at the camera.
this
Do the whole thing. Go.
You ever seen fish oil like this? No, you haven't. You've always seen it all brown, and this one's all yellowy. And the reason that you see it is because I want my audience to have goodwill. Because if you get that goodwill, I get your goodwill. Don't you understand the book secret? This little pill right here is solid gold liquid consciousness. You don't believe me? Look it up. Look up fish oil and then buy it at alexjones.com InfoWars. Far out. Like, the world is a poorer place with that man being shut out.
But you have to do it like this. Just do this part
Again, that's a
Just say
joke,
liquid
not actual
consciousness,
opinion.
And you got to look, because I've watched it many times. Do this. You got to look at the camera and go like this. You got to go with the jaw forward. Go.
Hey, first
See that?
put the camera
See that
on
right there?
yourself.
No.
And now do
I'm
it.
acting it out for him. It has to be the whole like. You see that? Yeah, right there.
This is sick.
Do it.
I'm getting casting for Alex Jones now.
Just do that part.
And this right here is solid liquid consciousness.
Jaw forward.
He turns away from the camera to this side, doesn't he?
He does.
Such a passionate man. Have you ever seen anyone... Like, I've met a lot of mums. They're all passionate about fish oil. Not like that man. Anything that you ever speak to that man, it's incredible the energy that guy exudes.
Yeah.
He is a passionate.
He is charismatic.
Yeah, he is.
He's also
Who's
very-
more charismatic, him or Bobcat his hat? That's the
That's
real
the big
question.
I'd say Jones.
Oh, imagine
I'm
Jones.
saying the hat, but
He's
Imagine.
he's also very paranoid though. I will.
Yeah, he is crazy. I think, but we all know that.
Crazy. He's got some very.
Yeah.
but I think
He's got some very good.
the
he's
difference
some-
between
oh,
someone who's insane and who's a pioneer.
Well, he's
so
an
thin.
insane pioneer. You can be
Yeah,
both of those
yeah.
He's
things.
not crazy. He's got so.
Dude, he thought Sandy Hook was
You can't be
That's
that
one
passionate and
cherry
not
picked
be.
example. He also fucking.
Look, the Sandy Hook thing is what they've done with this podcast. I swear, it's
Out of
the
context.
man has been on for 4 hours a day. They pick that, they hone it. It doesn't matter how much he explains it. They just keep regurgitating.
He
that
also fucking picked the drugs, the fucking antidepressants that people were pissing out into the river system, turning frogs gay, like destroying the fucking female frog. All true.
says the right things about nuclear power.
He is nuclear. He is a nuclear reactor. He can explode any moment, and it will be Chernobyl.
You shouldn't call it. It's not
that
crazy.
would happen.
It's not accurate to say he's crazy. It's just not accurate.
Okay, he's,
animated and paranoid.
Well,
Hey,
you
it's
can't
problematic.
Really psychoanalyze anybody.
Brought to you by Crikey.
Look at this guy. This guy is problematic. Anyway,
He's funny.
he's definitely.
He's
Fun.
very funny.
And as we all know from this podcast, that more than supersedes anything he's ever said in his life.
Yeah.
I think we all have to give him credence for that.
Should we play a little? It's hardly a game.
Okay, but before we go on to play, and I'm sorry, I probably should have discussed this with you guys before, but I need to make a very, very quick appeal to our audience. I know
Don't
this.
swear.
No swearing, but like, don't make a joke out of it because this is serious. I know this one guy, this Australian Indian man, whose
Go on.
whose mom is currently in the ICU from coronavirus because she lives in India.
Yeah.
And he's on like a minimum, like he doesn't have a very fancy job, and he's spent about $30,000
Jesus.
on it, and he's basically broke, and it's gonna cost them a lot more. So he's made a GoFund page.
Tough break.
And if it's okay with you guys, I want to plug that GoFund page. It's not associated with us in any which way.
Nah.
I'm gonna put the
I'm kidding.
I'm gonna put the GoFund page in the comments of Twitch,
joking.
as well as YouTube
Do it.
and whatever medium you listen.
Hey, but give
So
some output too.
just-
Christ, we gotta eat.
Yeah, but like, look, this guy kind of slightly needs it more
That's
than
brutal.
us.
30 grand.
So check it out, and
brutal, man.
if you've got some spare cash, I would appreciate it. But I think his mom would appreciate it the most. So
Yeah, probably.
No, that's nice.
I'll chuck him $100.
well, I put it on, and I'll
chuck
because I've put in some money, and I'll put some on your behalf.
I'll chuck some.
Ah, thanks, man. That saves me from.
No, I'm
doing
gonna
things.
charge you for it. No, I'm kidding.
No, I don't think you are.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I've seen your invoices before. I think that's
Shut up.
how it works.
Okay.
that's
What's
very
wrong
nice
with
of you.
him? No, there's nothing wrong with him. What's wrong with his mum is that she's got coronavirus and
he's
it's
had to
just
fork out 30
she hasn't
grand.
been able to recover
Is
from
he in
it.
Sydney, is he?
Yeah, he's in Sydney. His mom's
How
in.
did you find out about it? Him.
I know him because he works with my brother.
That is very nice of you. That's a good call.
Anyway, so now let's go back. All fun and games, but do chuck a couple of dollars.
Yeah, no, good on you.
Mislav.
I'll chuck in too. It's hardly a game. I didn't think about it long enough to have a game, but I've got some of my own little, what do you call them? My own little,
Liquid consciousness.
my own fish oil for you right here.
We do need
Liquid
liquid consciousness, don't we? But all of us have forgotten fish
We're
oil.
fucked.
Well, our consciousness has become liquid in recent times.
Yeah.
No, I've got a
Rough
little
couple of
game.
weeks.
I've got a little game called "Don't Be a Sourpuss." And
Great name.
here's my fish oil. This is all I need. I don't need fish oil. It's not even a game. Just eat these.
Hey, that's still better than my games.
Because the crux of
It's
it,
easier to understand.
the crux of this is that we all eat this simultaneously. Shout out Handorf, little German town northeast of Adelaide, which was just lovely. I had the greatest time looking at their knick-knack shops, and Jordan had the worst time, I assume.
Yeah. And that is giving me PTSD looking at that.
But don't we have? Isn't there? What's wrong with this? Is this spicy or some shit?
No, it's not
No, I
spicy.
don't think so. I think it's just he has been trying to make me eat one of these all week.
Yeah, just,
and
hey,
so he's
don't eat it
forced
yet.
me to do it now.
Together. So, Handorf. Umbugs from England, in it. Are people saying, I'm from Handorf? Are they? No one's from Handorf.
No one's from Handorf.
Well, anyway.
Well, maybe some people are from Handorf,
Oh, no, hold
but
on.
they'd be related to the Kaiser.
Did you visit the blacksmith? No, because when we went, it was like 7 o'clock, so we just went to the pub, basically.
No,
got
but
lollies.
don't forget this though, Mislav. You did look at a lot of bumper stickers that are outside the blacksmith.
Yes, and said,
Long time.
oh, they're kooky.
Man, you have never seen somebody so intently studying something than Mislav looking at a bumper sticker that says, if you piss off my Rottweiler, you'll be my Rottweiler's shit tomorrow. Yeah, this is bigger than Heidegger. All right, we're going to have to really deep talk on this. What's going on there?
My new passions in life are looking at architecture for a long time, looking at people for a long time, and just
Bumper stickers.
things, just daydream. Just been like, I could stare at anything for an hour. Anyway,
Okay,
It's
so
not lying.
is this just a delicious treat? What's the deal?
let's find out. Let's find out.
I don't think
be a
so.
sourpuss.
It's very hard not to be a sourpuss. That is sour.
Oh my
Oh my
god!
god, it's just a big warhead.
You gotta eat it. Keep it in.
No, I can't.
Keep it in.
It's just,
Keep it in. Keep it in. You have to. Keep it in.
Miss love, old friend. How could you betray me like this?
Is this for consumption?
Oh, it's so sad.
Hey guys,
Is
it's
this
big.
for Willy Wonka? What the hell is this? And it's everlasting. You just keep going.
Does it get sweet?
It does.
Okay.
Oh.
Eventually.
Kids, don't try that at home.
Vaping, okay. These, no.
Oh my god.
It's been a while since we had
It's getting better now.
It's been a while since we had a freak out on the pod. We're eating stupid shit.
Okay, it's
mate.
gotten better now, yeah. What's the point of this?
I like them.
Pleasant aftertaste. I've got to say.
They're so fucked.
I really don't.
But I
What
like
an
them.
encapsulation.
I'm a big fan. And they're nice after. After it's like,
Are they like prank candies?
what?
Prank candies?
No, they're just
No.
what British people eat.
They're just sour
That's
lollies.
just what they have for breakfast.
Is that
That's
why-
they have bad teeth?
Is that why they talk like that? Because I always thought there was something fucked up about it.
Oh god. Your
Well, can we
reactions
just
were
make a real
amazing.
conscious decision for the next hour to not make sucking sounds into the mic?
Yeah, now, miss, you've got to eat all of them together.
Yeah, can you just chuck in 2 for us?
Yeah. Let's do that at the end of the pod. I'll do
Anally.
All right. If we get 10 more patrons.
Yeah, let's set the level here.
No, if we get
And
10 donations, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if that donation button goes down and ours goes up, then he has 2. If that one goes up, he has 4.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Ooh, all right. Well, I'll bring it up.
She doesn't look that sick. I'm kidding.
I gotta say,
Hey,
that was the most intense game this podcast has ever curtailed.
Yeah, and it wasn't even a game.
No,
You
this is
spat
a
it
game.
out.
It's
You
real
both-
life, Jack.
I almost spat it out because it was just too much to handle.
Don't spat it out.
Hey, we've got a few donations.
Good.
Lachlan Perry, very kind man. He's donated
Hey,
$20.
You're very kind for doing this. That's very nice.
Dude, I don't have to do anything for it.
No.
You know
No,
who's
someone
kind?
who's anonymous
The
just
ma-
chucked $500 in.
Really?
Bless you, mysterious man. That
Bless you.
it was
Mr.
probably Delta Goodrum.
No,
Yeah.
I think that was there from before. I'm gonna be honest.
Delta, shame on you.
Look, I think you'll get there, so may as well just do it.
Shaming Delta.
Hey,
Let's get
if that
one
woman
more
dies, it's Delta's
donation.
fault. Let's put it out there.
If we get one more donation, then they have to do it.
I love just arbitrarily throwing C-grade Australian celebrities from yesteryear under the bus for no reason other than our
didn't do
amusement.
anything.
They did nothing wrong.
She was on The Voice.
Oh wait, no,
Her punishment's
Dude.
enough.
dude, an anonymous man just 3 minutes ago donated $100.
Hey, good on you.
Good on you, anonymous.
Hey, but also,
Why are you anonymous? We
also-
want to give you a
Jack
shout out.
Croydon, $9. I do like that very obscure amount.
That's
Not going the
something.
10, not going the
Yeah, that is
5.
weird. Hey, don't forget our Patreon too.
You can forget it for now, but just eat that sour candy now. Because of anonymous, you've got to eat it.
What are you actually eating this one? That wasn't the deal.
What was
Mislav
the
doesn't
deal?
need more candies to suck into the microphone right now.
I'll eat them after.
That's primo content
Yeah.
later.
If someone donates $500, Mislav will ingest it anally.
Dude,
What is it with you and
you and your
anuses?
butt.
Okay, I'll
always.
donate $500 if you ingest it anally.
Well, let's see if it's Sarah up
Okay, how
there.
about this? What if I do? I donate $500 now, and that's a big dent because you know me. But you have to ingest it anally. Would you do it? I do it in front of you right now.
I'll do it. Okay, this is how.
A woman's life is on the line.
This
Miss.
is how. This is how I answer. How does it always come to the butt, even when it's people's lives? This is what I'll do for you. This is a live medium right now.
Mm-hmm.
My mom watches this.
Oh, yeah, she'll be proud of you.
I'll
Exactly.
do it.
Look,
I'll consider doing it on the up late. So round. Here's a twist for you. If you want to see me do that, Patreon member. Join
man,
Patreon.
I'm glad I'm a member of this podcast.
There's incentive for your
ticket, boys.
Patreon.
All right, fine. But
Can someone please
I'm gonna
donate
hold you up on
$500,
that.
please?
No, huh?
I'm going to hold you up on that.
All right.
You will have to ingest it anally. It's a big ass bowl.
Not that big. I'm just more worried about wasting the lolly. What a waste.
Yeah, you're right. Well, we don't know though because this is uncharted territory. Maybe it tastes way better. He might be doing you a favor.
Oh, boy,
Maybe
by
he'll
the
be
way-
eating everything anally after that.
Okay, if you bite into it, the center, also very sour.
Great. I'm happy about that.
Don't think I'll be doing that. But thanks for the tongue use, neighbor.
Okay, second segment. Sorry, third segment. 'Cause your game's done, right? That was it?
That was it.
Yeah, I
Eat
think that's
the
the
lolly.
extent.
Let me quickly finish this lolly because it's going to be annoying.
I thought about rules, but I was like, nah, fuck it.
No, think of rules next time.
All right.
Look, he's beating to his own drum.
I'm a free thinker.
He does watch a lot of food videos.
Yes, I do. Liquid consciousness.
Okay, second thing is, third segment. Scomo made a few pit stops while he was in the UK. Tourist pit stops, including going to this place in Britain where he was finding his roots and hanging out at pubs. And the criticism is, why does he get to holiday when none of us can?
Look, it's a really valid criticism because that's just the entire criticism of that man's entire public's life.
Dude, the poor man's plagued by holidays. That's his.
Dude, he loves a holiday, doesn't he? He doesn't give a fuck.
He doesn't.
He'll risk his prime ministership over it.
3 times. 3 times. He's like, well, when I go to party, I go to party. I guess he's
You
Australian.
can't say he's not a committed man.
You can't say he's not an Australian, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm surprised it wasn't in Bali.
Yeah. It's so true. It's
Also awesome that he's just always going on holidays. And when he's not on holidays, he's trying to destroy the institution that gave him those holidays. Now that's a liberal.
That's insane. That's crazy.
Well, what else does he do?
He
No,
went
you're
to
right.
a
Sits there-
church.
hogs credit for what the states did during Corona. He also does that.
Hog's Breath Cafe.
Hog's Breath Cafe. I'm sure he's done a few pit stops there in his time. He's got a very wide girth.
Also, apparently, he tried to keep it real hush about his holiday stuff. One of the people that worked at one of the places that he went to said, I've known of his visit for about a fortnight, but was unable to tell anyone about it, not even others who are related to William Roberts that are still living and working in the village today. William Roberts is apparently his ancestor. So he went to trace his lineage.
Who the fuck's William Roberts?
Some guy that is like
Robbie
an
Williams.
who's Scomo's ancestor. But he tried to make it a very secretive thing. But I suppose
But
it's
he's not
all
a
right.
significant historical figure. Or
No, just one of
Just
his
a guy.
great grandfathers.
How long was this trip
Okay.
for? Like, how long was the holiday part for?
Ooh, good question. I think it was like 2 or 3 days or something.
Dude, I'm going to give him a pass. I do the same thing. Who cares?
What are you talking
Yeah, but
about?
I don't think that you being prime minister is a very good metric for the prime minister.
That's
Excuse
why
me,
you're
cunt?
not the prime
What's
minister.
that, bruh? You want a punch in the head, mate? Is that what you want? Is that what you
I want you to live in the Shire first.
Well,
That's
that-
all I'm saying. And
that
then after
makes-
that, you're more than qualified.
And if you're punching people in the head, that makes you the deputy prime minister, not the prime minister, Mislav.
Oh, I could
let's
do
be
the
honest, it makes you the opposition leader.
I could go all the way. No, but like whatever. I would look. It's unbecoming. It's somewhat unbecoming, but it's not as egregious as his Hawaii holiday, surely.
And George Brandes defended his holiday because he's the high commissioner in the UK and he was with him.
But dude, when you
True story.
But dude, to be honest, I was basically doing that with Jordan in Adelaide. Like, if Jordan was the prime minister, I was with him being like, "Can we go to Handor?"
Dude, no, I think the main and I'm gonna be honest, I think the main criticism comes from ABC people because they really like holidays too, and they want to go overseas, but they're not allowed to.
I'm just not sure these are the.
So
big
they're
issues.
like, I'm
It's the big issues for the ABC.
It's a big issue for them because people like us can, us, the two of us, can barely afford a lot of holidays. So for us, it's like, what the fuck? Who gives a shit?
Yeah, he's right. No, that's right. That's me being like, "Oh, done the shame. Fuck, he's at the jail. The jail's down the road. Let the man see the jail." That's kind of.
By the way, on that note, should we make it public? Whenever the borders open, you know how on the Friendlyjordies podcast YouTube page, we have we started monetization for it. It's not a lot of money, but it sort of builds up. It's barely any money, but we're hoping that it eventually builds up. And once the borders open, we will come with you. We will give you a overseas vlog sponsored by you guys. Thank you for watching those HM insurance ads.
I know this is probably not the most appropriate time to talk about this. We're just poo-pooing Scott Morrison for taking a holiday, but where are we going to go, boys?
Well, we can't
I
go
wasn't
because we're not
prepared.
Scott Morrison. We'd go when the borders open.
Well, I can pull a couple of
I had a place in mind.
Fuck me.
I had a
You are
place in
so
mind. I did not want to reveal.
Okay.
But I'm thinking once the borders open, this place is not going to be on the list, approved list. So I might as well say it.
China.
Hey, it's got my tick.
Sri Lanka.
Vetoed.
Nah.
What?
I'll go. Why not?
Why?
Why do I want to go to China and you want to go to Sri Lanka?
I don't know.
What is this friendship done?
What do you mean?
And why are these the choices?
But you
so many What's wrong with just going to Germany? The real Handor.
Nah, we're not going to Germany.
Check that out. Why do we have to go? Why is it every time a third world country, an oppressive third world country, or a victim of the World Trade Organization? Those are the choices.
This is coming from
Hey,
the guy
it's-
that went to Turkmenistan.
And that's what I'm saying. So any
Pakistan.
country that's oppressive, I'm just like, yes, I feel at home. Everyone's forced to study all the time like I am.
Okay, we've got some suggestions.
okay.
We've got some suggestions. Number 1, North Korea. Do it, you cowards.
Hey,
You're a
I
coward.
would if I could.
You're a coward.
I think I'm going to veto that. Like, considering that we are facing some serious issues in Sydney, I don't think North Korea would be very conducive to our liberties and freedom.
Oh, come on. Give us 6 months. It'll be the only country on earth that'll give us patronage.
That's true. He'll fucking never leave. He'll just be like speaking fucking Korean, eating Korean barbecue. Be like, I'm saying, boys, sorry.
Okay, the other
Dude,
one.
I like Korea. I like China. Best of both.
Yeah. Like oppressive. Fucking
Turtley Meep is saying go to South Korea.
I've already been there, done that.
I'd love
It's true. Jordan lived in South Korea. That's why I want to go there, but like obviously we couldn't do it.
And
go to
Mislav did as well. He made tacos with the guy. He's seen it all.
What is this tacos thing? What are you talking about?
I just remember the first time we ever did a podcast, Ali and I were sitting there talking about what political issues we'll be discussing that day. You kick the door down of a studio that we don't own and yell, Kamsamnida. And at that moment, I realized this is going to be one of the biggest podcasts in the country.
I think you did say that actually.
Holy shit, I remember the exact moment. I remember kicking the door down. Yeah, sorry. I used to work with the taco making Korean. I didn't make the tacos. I watched him make a lot of tacos and argued with him a lot about being like, no, you gave me 2 beats. No, it was 3. No, it was 2. No, I'll get the manager. No, I'll get the manager. Come on, no, look, I took a photo of it. There's 3. Well, why is there a battery in that taco? Hey, what is it me? Like, that actually happened once.
What?
A battery. We served the taco with a battery in it.
All right, who did that?
Who ate that?
I think it was
You?
Felix. I think it might have been
Felix.
I think it was the Korean man.
Well, he taught you Kamsamnida. It's a give or take. Why is he doing that?
Doing what?
It's just Samsung has permeated those people's minds so much. He thinks it's edible. I'm starting to agree with this whole you can't touch fish for 20 years thing.
Yeah,
after
thank
that.
you. It's come full circle.
Yeah, I know why you think that.
Wait,
now.
why can't you touch fish for 20 years?
Because you're putting
Because otherwise you're
batteries
putting
in fish.
batteries in the fish. And there's enough
Wait,
battery
wait.
acid in the fish flesh
Yeah,
to
there's
begin with.
mercury already in it.
I don't get it. So if you eat fish, why is that putting batteries in it?
No, dude.
There was a
battery in the taco. I served someone a taco with a battery in it.
But what's that got to do with fish?
Because sushi chefs can't touch fish for 20 years. Hence, they don't put batteries in
And
their
there's a few
fucking
more
food.
ingredients in a taco. Maybe people from Korea and Japan need to spend 40 years looking at tacos before they can touch them.
Hey, tacos are mad.
Battery tacos?
Yeah, not so mad.
Well, give it a go.
All right.
You
That's
tried
your
the
next
lolly.
game.
Duracell is acceptable.
That's the next game. Duracell taco night.
Okay, so we've decided that Scomo's holiday, according to Mislav, is not that big of a deal. And for Jordan, it is somewhat a deal. And for me, it's
a big
no,
deal.
I don't give a shit. I'm
No
on
one really does,
Mislav's
but
side with this
I
one.
think there's also a thing of he's done worse.
What is that? Where
Haiti,
the boys go?
Chernobyl leading, Croatia, China.
Dude, Chernobyl, Ukraine.
I could go there.
Chernobyl is
Ukraine?
a nuclear zone. You can't go
Yeah, but
there.
we gotta report it.
Well, I don't want to get
By the way, this is gonna be
nuclear
work.
poisoning.
This isn't gonna be like you lying on a beach and sipping like sex on the beach. This is going to be you in miserable conditions, force-fed
Yes.
toxic waste
So,
for their entertainment. True story.
So
Yeah,
just
the
like most
battery
of
was
our
just
trips.
prep for you, champ.
Most-
You're getting ready for the big stuff. There you go.
Nuclear
Drink the green goo. Down it goes.
I like that idea.
You like flubber, don't you? Let's go. Here we go. This is a jellyfish from the region.
I do Ukraine, but I don't want to go to the nuclear waste zone.
Well, it
No.
is
That's
Ukraine,
why
though.
we're going there.
Aren't you worried about
Let's
getting
just be honest.
nuclearly
All of the
poisoned
Ukraine
and shit?
is that.
Well, we're also worried about getting arrested and shit.
There's a lot of things we're worried about.
I need
Let's
to-
just
we're-
add more to
I need
it.
some
I think
new mates. I need
toxic
some new
waste
mates.
is what we really need
Oh,
right
yeah,
now.
that's what
Dude,
some
here's the
people
thing.
on the team need.
Both Jordan and I
Hey,
like
our views are
adventure.
toxic.
We're a toxic pod. It's time to put our money where our
But
mouth
Mislav,
is.
you have to. Your idea of a holiday is having fun, and Jordan's and
I
my
know.
idea
I'm
of a
just trying-
holiday is being very scared all
Trying
the
to
time.
yeah, but I'm trying to reach that sweet middle ground. You know what I mean?
You're not getting it. All right, okay. It's a free trip.
I was always suggesting that we should go to those countries that, let's be honest, really should be either India or China. I don't really know why they exist.
The problem is I can't go to India.
Tibet.
I can't go to India.
Sucked in.
You can't go to India. It's not really India. I'm saying they should be India.
What?
I just don't understand how
It's
they're
fine,
so
Ali.
teeny. Why are they there?
We'll go to India and you go to Nepal.
Yeah, and we'll wave at each other from across the border. Us and the Dalai Lama.
Fuck you guys. By the way, I'm also afraid to go to Nepal.
Why?
Because like it's a hotbed of like Indian intelligence and Pakistani intelligence. Apparently people get abducted over there, and then like
You want
2 years
danger?
later, there's like a picture of them in the newspaper saying like, I was a spy. I spied for India or for Pakistan.
You said you
That
want
sounds very
danger.
1984, though.
It's true though.
said
But
you
I'll
want
do it.
danger.
I'll do it. Actually, that's more of a pitch for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Nepal.
So that's the nice little happy ground because it fills Mislav's obsession with Eastern philosophy.
Yeah.
And it fills Ali's obsession with, oppression.
Getting arrested.
Getting
All right,
arrested.
cool.
For his wrongs.
I don't know. I do like Ukraine as well. Well, Chernobyl in particular.
I think the reason that Ali and I are pretty fine with being locked up in prison is because our lives are just being in prison.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
just
Yes.
like sitting down in a room. So it'd be awesome. In fact, being locked up in a Nepalese jail, I think, would be less dangerous than my life currently.
Yeah,
Probably.
give me War and
That's
Peace.
a holiday.
Yeah.
Give me War and Peace and X videos, and I'm fine.
Do they allow you to have X
Fortune.
videos? Because now I'm kind of scared. If we don't have X videos, I'm out. I was just like, that was me.
I think you.
With that whole, the Simpsons joke of, Marge, my dear, will you hand me a donut? What's a donut? Ah! That was me in Turkmenistan when I looked up YouPorn.
I'm pretty
Well,
sure.
that's censored there.
Yeah, I was just like, no ABC, no BBC, no Murdoch Press. Okay, time to have a wank and
Dude.
I'm pretty sure if we get locked up in Nepal, we will be starring in an X videos
Yeah.
shoot.
Your fucking paradise isn't such a paradise after all, is it?
nah. But actually, that would be a nice little paradise. I think
No, it would.
a lot of Nepalese are hot.
I'd go to Nepal for sure.
All right. Well, it's not going to be fun. The point of it is not fun.
Yeah, we can't have fun. God
We
forbid.
can't have fun.
God forbid.
We're going to make it miserable for all of us for some sadistic reason. Okay.
Because it's good for views, baby.
It's good for views, baby. All right. The second thing is, okay, Michael West is on this crusade against Netflix because his hypothesis or his theory is that Netflix is killing Australian art and screen content, pretty much
true.
like Murdoch.
It's kind of accurate.
You know what? I'd have to disagree with Westy on this one. I think it's the first time that I ever have disagreed with him on anything. Oh, that and also he's just like, sometimes the Labor Party has some faults. I'm just like, hey, the party that did not back me in my time of need is perfect. Now, damn, when the press says that I'm a zealot, I really can't argue. That's Dude, I am one of those little Protoss soldiers in StarCraft.
We're gonna talk
That's
about-
me, just
we're
being
gonna-
like, my life for labor.
We're gonna talk about your heritage on the uplate.
Okay, let's do it.
There's some secrets being
But
revealed.
why do you think it's not that? Like, jokes aside, do you think that Netflix is killing local art?
I agree with him. You just hate Screen Australia. There's other
No,
things.
it's just, look, as everybody pointed out when my girlfriend was on this podcast and they said that you can just replace Ben Shapiro's My Wife's a Doctor with My Wife's an Actor. But I don't know if you know this, but my girlfriend's an actor. And she has been getting a lot of roles because of Netflix. And and you know where she's not getting roles? In the Australian art scene. And the Australian art scene still exists. It's just that if you don't sit there and say, I was abused as a child and I have mental health issues. And,
Fuck off, man. No.
Panthera.
Panthera.
Why?
Because that's not wholly accurate. You're generalizing here. I mean, I'm not.
Oh, yes, sorry. I forgot that we're really on 10.
Move it away from him.
I'm very sorry.
He's gonna double down.
Yeah. Good call.
I apologized.
Are you doubling down?
What?
You doubling down?
No. I'm very sincere in my apologies.
Fuck up.
So,
you can't.
dude, SBS makes such quality content.
Look, we
Let
all
the man
agree
talk.
with that.
Let
Just
the man talk.
minus the child stuff. Okay,
But that's the whole thing. They always have to sell this
There
grievance.
are quotas. There are quotas.
But they always have to sell like the grievance industry, and that's the actors that get propped up
But that's the
in
same
the
as-
Australian.
Not wholly. That's not.
I don't
Sandy.
know.
Okay, what has she got to say? What did she say? What did she say?
Fucking hell, Shanks. No, you can't. Look, you can't generalize to that extent. I would say a safer thing to say, and a truer thing to say too, is that there's a proponent of that industry that is the grievance industry that is fulfilling a quota that, you know, gets eyeballs. I guess it's the free
But
market.
look, we all agree with that, and everyone kind of
It's-
knows that. But my question is,
No, but my thing
good
is
stuff.
that like
There's
you
good
aren't playing into it, and 2 actually does have a grievance tale to tell. She is a refugee, but she's just a happy, well-adjusted person, so she doesn't really play into that scene. She plays into a broader thing than just complaining about your life all the time. So she's got that going for her. And Netflix has opened the door to that. I think you can hit Netflix on a lot of other things, like the fact that it doesn't pay any tax.
yeah, that's actually another thing that Michael West talks
That's just
about.
good business.
No, that's not. It's a
Jordan's
shell
getting
company.
bigger.
It's a shell company, so they don't pay a lot of tax.
Yeah.
But
was the
then
one
on
that
the other
broke.
hand, the advantage of that is less tax means less funding for Screen Australia.
So that's even better.
Fuck.
It's preying
No,
on
look,
Screen Australia.
You know what? I will say there is a exception here. 2 things. The Babadook was mad, and that was Screen Australia. I'm pretty sure that was awesome. And the real history of Ned Kelly, the movie, that was fucking sick. It was great.
Well, what difficult choices they must have been for them to greenlight. Anyway, so but
I'm just saying, there's
dude. Okay,
examples
we've
of
had that
movies.
discussion. My question is because I don't know the data
but
for
like,
it.
it's a pretty bad strike rate.
Sure, I don't know.
So you're saying that Netflix is investing a lot of money in Australian content?
It's not necessarily that they're investing in Australian content. It's just that they've made content global. And so Australians can compete with that without going on the casting couch of Epstein. They have other avenues to them now.
Sure.
And so
maybe that is
people
a-
that are there, like she has gotten most of her roles by auditioning via Zoom. It's a
Wow.
different age.
That's
And,
crazy.
Yeah, I think that the demand for entertainment is still there. It's just that it's shifting away. And I talk to people who actually work in the Australian entertainment industry. You know what they all say? It's all stymied by the fact that it's completely controlled by the government. They say that it makes content that no one wants to watch. I mean, think about that. In the last 20 years, Mislav's like, hey, they made 2 okay films.
Good films.
Good films. Wow, that's really worth hundreds of millions of dollars, eh?
Okay,
Hey, look, he's got a point there. 2 films is not good result.
It's not, but my
What in like the nation's history?
I mean,
Since Federation, they've made 2 films.
I mean, my finger isn't on the pulse of like Screen Australia. I'm sure they've done a lot more stuff than that. That's good. You can't just say 2 films. I'm sure there's way more. I don't exactly.
Well, in recent times, because I don't know, maybe they used to be good, but like in recent times, I think there's some credibility to Jordan's argument that they haven't been making good stuff. But to be fair,
Sure.
dude, Netflix is also not making good
exactly.
stuff by any means. It's just,
No. It's not making. It's making
Some good
different
stuff.
shit. But that's the whole thing. It's making different shit.
but it's also making the best way to put it is ideological stuff.
True.
Everyone does that though. Everybody does that.
That's just the nature of the beast. It's the modern propaganda model, and they always will be making ideological things that will just shift over time. But honestly,
Super
the
woke.
projects
Super Wog. Oh wait,
did
that's-
what?
Super Wog. That's not. I was thinking the Wog Boy, and that wasn't Screen Australia,
It's
was it?
basically the same.
What
thing.
happened to Stan? Remember Stan had that whole strategy of like investing in local talent? Stan,
Yeah, they really dropped the ball on that one when they
They-
realized, you know what's way better than investing and building an industry, playing reruns of Seinfeld. They just took the Channel
And
10 model.
They weren't wrong.
They weren't wrong.
But I do like
They were
Stan's, tantalizing mix of Seinfeld and films like the Real Tales of the
I don't
Ned
have
Kelly
Stan. Is Stan still working? Like, is it
Gang.
good?
Yeah, it's not bad. But like Jordan said, it's just go. It's just Seinfeld and
Go.
yeah,
Real
go that
Tales.
you have to pay for. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Go on demand.
I'm too much of a boomer on this. There's too many channels.
Hey,
That's
I
my
like
head.
that. I've
know what-
always
you know what
wanted.
I
opinion
bet you
is-
there's maths on Stan.
You know it probably is. You know what my opinion is of this whole thing? There are too many stations now with streaming channels. Eliminate 3.
Amen.
I am not a crackpot.
Dude, you know what I did?
Hey.
I purged everything day before yesterday. Because I realized either my money was going to fucking Bezos or Murdoch, and I hate both of them. Why am I giving them money? I'm not, and I don't even watch fucking movies.
Kind of a waste of time.
I'm like, fuck it. I just got rid of everything. All the subscriptions.
Dude,
Hey, some of that money's going to Dave Chappelle, right?
I just watched Tenet. You know Tenet?
Yeah, I saw that.
Give us a little rerun.
It's the Nolan movie
2.
with Denzel's
Inception
kid.
2. Yeah, that's
Inception
right.
2. Yeah. That's a 2 out of 5 film.
Everyone said that.
Shockingly bad.
Everyone said
The
that.
acting was so bad. Like I was like,
But it was an all-star cast, right?
Well, it had Denzel's kid.
some up and comers.
Yeah.
Who else? It had Michael Caine, but he's in pretty much every
Yeah,
movie.
Michael Caine. That was basically a joke in there. Do you know how they're like, sure, blah blah blah. They were like making jokes about the fact that he was in it.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of didn't get the movie.
Dude, but the acting was. I would have done a better job. It was unbelievable. Like, I don't know. There was something about it where I'm just like,
Well,
maybe-
why is Denzel's kid supposed to be a really good actor? What's he done? I saw.
He's Denzel's kid. It's the same thing as Will Smith's kid.
Yeah, he's not a good.
But
actor.
everyone recognizes Will Smith's kid was like good when he was a kid. He had the Hillary Duff syndrome. He was
Right.
good in Pursuit of Happiness and shit after everything that came after that movie.
Yeah, because
Plus-
you weren't really having an actor there, were you? You were just filming a 5-year-old throwing a tantrum.
And that's what
Yeah,
was
that's
required.
fine. Plus, old
That's
mate.
not really acting.
Plus, old mate Christopher Nolan, he's done some amazing films, but he's gotten too big for the boots or something. I think he's just sitting around in his trench coat, drinking his flask of Earl Grey
At Shakespeare pub.
at Shakespeare pub, just throwing away like wrappers of lollies. It's like, yeah, travels through time. Leo's there. It's a dream within a dream within a dream, and oh fuck, production's finishing up in fucking 6 months. You know what? Just let's reverse the half the film. Just reverse half the action. So when explosions explode, they go zoom.
It's imploding.
instead of going like that. And yeah, that's a movie. It's like, dude, that was shite.
So Inception 2 is just Inception re-round.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's like a fucking art film gone wrong. It's so
Yeah, it's
bad.
not good.
It's
I know
so-
one person that really enjoyed it.
I bet you Screen Australia commissioned that.
Yeah, right. And I love the original Inception. I don't know, whatever. But look, I
And
do.
for no reason at all, actor John Howard saves the day.
Yeah. Like your shot from your stand up.
It finishes with him just like, anyone remember Blue Healers? And then the credits roll.
No, then he explodes, suicide bubble. Yeah. And it's just like. Look, you do waste time on those things, though, don't you?
I actually didn't. My other problem was
I
that
don't
I was basically not even using any of this, and I ended up getting this stuff usually for something that I wanted for like a very brief period of time, and then a lot of people leeching off of it. So then
Yeah.
you just feel bad getting rid of it.
That's kind of what I do. I'm logged into someone's, but you know, it's something that you should dabble in. You should watch films, I think, on occasion. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of kind of binge watching stuff. I do it sometimes. It doesn't make me like feel good.
Nah, and particularly watching shows. Like I know,
Yeah, it's a
like
waste
you
of
guys,
time.
like Jordan can get into a show very rarely. Usually, it's
Yeah.
only Chernobyl.
No, only Better Call Saul.
But like for me, it's the idea of watching a show means that I'm gonna have to watch a lot of it, and that's such a waste of time. So I just feel guilty and never start a show.
Yeah, well, that's a great attribute in life. You really shouldn't be saying that glumly at all. That just means you're going places. I really do think that when you
you're
start binging,
Place.
it's just like
This poker table
drug.
is a place that I've gone to now, I guess.
yeah, I mean, you drive your car here.
True.
so technically you are going here.
Not my electric
know.
car, thanks to you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Electric car.
There's so many good things that you should be donating to, and yet you drop the ball.
yeah, you dropped the ball. I'm sure.
All you seem to care about is ironing out inconsistencies in our justice system. No one seems to care that Ali wants a sick car.
Yes.
It's just a shame.
Exactly.
Shame,
And you gave me
shame.
false hope by saying we'll start a GoFund page for Ali. I was
shame.
waiting on
Yeah,
that
well, yeah.
website. I kept refreshing it. Indian people came up. Those moms were in the ICU.
You should have got the Stig to do it. Why did you trust Mislav and I to do anything?
No, I trusted the audience to do it. But anyways, I don't.
Yeah.
Look, who cares? Let's move away. I can still.
You'll
drink.
get
I
there
care,
one day.
Ali.
You'll get there one day.
Yeah,
I've never been in one.
I did.
I know you did.
That was
Planet
horrifying.
Hollywood.
What was it like? Was it fun?
Yeah, it was Rudd's son's new car.
You probably shouldn't have said that.
Why?
I don't know. He probably doesn't want
cares?
people to know.
No, who gives a
Why?
shit?
Who doesn't want people to know that they have a Tesla? Why else would you buy a Tesla?
Yeah.
Not true, I suppose.
Yeah,
But like, was it
expose
fun?
the dirt.
Sure, it was horrifying
Why?
because he has an even bigger vape than this, long hair, and he just goes, "Boys, you want to see something sick?" And then he puts his foot down, and it goes from like 40 kilometers to 100 kilometers in a second.
You were
Like,
driving.
Yeah, you know that moment in Star Wars where they go into hyperdrive and the stars go like,
Wow.
that happened.
So they
and then while that was happening, he turns around and is like, "You scared?" And we're like, "I would say that, but my body is currently liquefying because of the changing G-force. But yes, I am scared." And then he goes, "That's nothing." And then he puts it on something called like hype beast mode.
No, ludicrous mode, right?
Ludicrous. How could I forget? My favorite rapper of all time is now a mode. And as soon as he puts that on, he takes his hands off the... He's not speeding. You're allowed to go 100 kilometers. I should say that because that is Kevin Rudd's side. He's running at the speed limit. He takes his hands off it and the car starts driving itself.
That's
Damn.
I'm not ready for this world.
I am.
What?
You
are?
and your
I
dad.
wanted
Dude,
now.
I went from a beat-up Toyota Corolla to a Transformer. I don't
And then came back into that beat up
Toyota Corolla.
We should be there. Come on.
What?
Yeah, but dude, those are like Jordan can buy those shit. That shit's expensive.
I know, but one day, like, they should really start phasing out, you know, like, electric cars are better for the environment. I've read the stat.
Actually, according to Alex Jones, it's not.
Yeah, Karen, I'm
Do you
pretty sure
do
they
you
are.
Hey, he's right about everything, Mislav.
I didn't say that.
But actually, he's kind of not wrong about that. Jordan's gonna hate me for that point,
Go on,
but
say your point.
look, the thing is, look, it's kind of true. It depends on what country or what state you're in,
Yeah.
depending on where your power comes from. But a lot of that power,
Dude,
that
I
is,
really start feeling our what
that
people
is-
say when we shit on vapes and they're just like, actually, it's a lot healthier, but keep going.
Go on.
look, the electricity that
I
is
know what you're saying.
is
It's
made from coal.
Yes.
That's such a bad argument.
Is it though?
Yes.
Refute it.
If the grid is renewable, then there is zero emissions.
Yeah, but how many grids are renewable?
They're getting there
We're moving
fast.
towards it.
Hey, if you have an electric car in Europe, that's so much better for the environment.
Yeah, but if you've
Having
got
a
an electric
combustible
car in the US
It's not.
or in Australia,
Actually, I think even in the US, you get
Australia.
what about
it's
Australia?
Yeah, in Australia, it's not. But as you say, and as the Murdoch press says, what does it fucking matter in Australia, right? We're only 25 million people.
All right, fine.
Just get your cool Tesla car.
But you know what's funny
convinced
about
me.
that?
Go into ludicrous mode, man.
Do you know
Convince me.
what's funny about that is I remember like maybe 10 years ago, conservatives used to make this point. It was a talking point. They'd be like, all switch over to an electric car. One shit when it can go as fast as a Lamborghini.
And now it does.
And now
Now
it
goes
does.
faster.
Oh
Do you reckon like they've now changed their mind?
Dude, I think it's... I'm sick of it. I want electric cars. Come on, I want a self-driving car. This is bullshit. I have dreams too.
Mislav, your car is pretty much self-driving. There's no steering.
You know what's sad about this? If we actually did put up a GoFundMe for Mislav to get an electric car,
And he'd get it, I know.
it.
And then he
Because
was
it's just the more incompetent Mislav is, the more money he makes in life. He just defies all of human existence. I don't know how. He's jumped it. Was it this Ikagi book? How did you do
Guy, it
that?
probably was a guy. I don't know. Maybe it was. Believe in electric cars and they will come to you.
I don't know if you know this, Miss, but there was a time when Sandy's...
Oh.
sorry.
people are saying I'll give Mislav all my money.
There we go.
Well, give it to me, damn it. I also
No,
need guitars.
just shrink him down and make this his car.
What was that Matt Damon movie? Downsize Me.
Just walk right into the vagina.
And you think Australia makes good films? That was fucking genius.
I watched
Such a
that movie.
premise that no one has ever touched before.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids 4.
Doesn't exist.
No,
All
it doesn't.
lies. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it does exist. Sorry, it's Matt Damon's film. But headphones. Happened out of me here.
Yeah, mine are fucked anyway.
No, you're right though, Miss. I really agree with you on this one
Yeah,
because
thank you.
agree with my preconceived notion.
Yeah, Kevin Rudd's son, the coolest guy alive.
He is the coolest guy alive. He is a sick man.
Not that I
I
would
really
fucking
wish that I was next door neighbours with that guy.
That means you'd be loaded.
How?
He's got a Tesla. He's probably living in a good suburb.
Oh, true.
Yeah, I'll to quote Kevin Rudd, his house is pretty schmick.
That's good. That's good.
Wait, what does he do? You can't talk about that. Can you? What does he do for a living?
What? You don't know?
Rudd's son,
Yeah.
Marcus.
Oh, his son. He's a muso.
He's a film buff.
Oh.
And he does a lot of the editing. In fact, he's really taken the reins on Rudd's YouTube channel, and he's seeing promising results. So I just wish that I could. Yeah, damn, not too far off from the truth, but it's going up, and it is because of his abilities. And honestly, if I could afford someone who can buy a Tesla, I'd hire that man.
Yeah.
But I think he's a bit out of my pay grade for now.
Yeah.
Just for now. Seeing
$20.
as, what are you guys driving again? Don't you just car share the same Honda?
I've got a Corolla. No.
Driving a.
No. I've got a Honda Civic that is falling.
I've got a
to
Honda
pieces.
Civic too, but it was made in the 20th century.
Mine was-
Really? What, 98?
I don't know, probably something
Dude,
like
mine
that.
was
It's
way
old.
out.
It's really old.
Mine was made in like 2000, I think.
Wow, so close.
Futuristic.
Falling to pieces. Literally. I duct taped my side mirror back on. So I look like a homeless person.
Well, I'm glad you're keeping that car out of commission. If you upgraded that, the Y2K bug might actually fall into fruition.
I've never. Well, the thing died on me, and I spent $2,000 bringing it back to life. It was like, please, I just wanted to die. So like, it's running on borrowed time. It's back, but you know, it is. It's starting to do that weird thing now too, where you turn it on and it does that fucking squealing sound that POV cars do, where it's like,
Oh, no.
and it just stops. And I'm like, is that just a midget in there going, hey?
Dude,
like,
Mislav,
what
can
the
I ask
fuck
you a
is
question? When was the last time you got your car serviced?
serviced not long ago because I had to get one of those pink slips or blue slips or whatever. So not long ago, but it was in the shabby old backwater mechanics of Artarman's industrial area, and the guy was who looked at it is friends with my mum's partner, and he's so old that I don't think he could even read the rego. And he was just like, hey, turn the fucking, put the thing on, rev it up for me. Yeah, she's fucking fine. You get it. What's all the bird shit on here? Take care of this thing. All right, see you, mate. Whatever. So it's been registered, but look, does this answer your question? A screw fell out of my front thing because I like,
What, the bumper?
yeah, and like, because I fucking slammed into something and dented it, and then the thing was like ting ting ting, and he was like, "What was that?" And I was like, nothing. And it was like a screw for that. It's like, and I was just like, I'll try to fix it, and I like makeshiftly sort of screwed this screw in. And I was just like, steady. And he's like, is it all right? I'm like, yeah, it's fine. That was that.
You know what? I think you'd still be in the top 50% of competent looks at pink slips.
Yeah, that's everyone.
Is yours good?
Yeah.
Mine is some Greek guy that I go there and he's like, hey man, can you just wait in here for a second? And then I look at him through the window of his own office. He walks over to my car. He does this. He kicks the tire. He comes back. He's like, yeah, that'll be $39.
They always do that. Do you know that's not servicing, by the way? That's just them saying, yeah, it's not going to explode.
Oh, an actual service?
Yeah, like when you change the oil.
Probably a year. But before that, it was many years.
Yeah, that's probably the reason why it's a shamble.
Well, that and it's 21 years old. We're really giving a bad name to Honda Civic here. Yours' heyday was when Friends was on.
Hey, almost on. No, that's not true. That's not true. All right, boys.
Fuck.
I didn't get it.
We're supposed to be ending now, but considering that we started a little bit late, let's do one more segment.
Okay. Okay.
So actually, Jordan, I want to get your views on this.
Go on.
The ABC did another study.
This is going to be very interesting. Can you stop reading it?
Sorry.
Why?
So infuriating.
Why?
Because it's just pretty much, here is Scott Morrison's press release developed to you by some smug boomer. How much you earn again? $400,000 a year. Over to you, bananas in pajamas in creepy 3D animation.
So you don't want to give them any props?
Never.
So this was
Even though they've been quite nice to me.
good on them.
They have been.
Dude, do you know who else has been quite nice to you? Speaking of cars, probably the biggest Australian car YouTuber.
Oh yeah, who looks exactly the same as Mislav, and I'm not sure if it's him or not still.
What the guy from Top Gear. Friendlyjordies is a character wearing satirist from Australia. Yeah, the roofs are pretty big down there, don't you, Gob? I hear they're pretty big down there indeed. Now, are we going to be trying out
Jeremy,
this Ford?
Yeah, he would be like saying that, wouldn't he? Just like, as you all know, I'm no stranger to controversy.
Finally, Top Gear's getting onto the good shit.
I can't remember his name, but
man's
he's
very
actually.
naughty.
I used to watch him sometimes.
Who is he?
Can't remember
Yeah,
his name,
he's a
dude.
sick
But
dude.
he's a sick guy. Like and even before, I didn't even know that he was aware of your existence. I used to
No,
just.
he's a big fan.
He refused.
He's dude. He is. He's basically you of the auto world.
Yeah?
He does not. He shits
Doesn't
on.
hold any punches back.
He loves Toyota and he loves Hondas and he hates anything European.
Hey, yeah, down the line.
doesn't
Look
hold back
at
any
him. There is a
punches.
man that really understands that the East is on the rise. You know? He is. He's the auto version of me. And is he wrong?
What's an
No, he's not wrong.
Cars
He's not
make-
wrong.
They make good cars. They make fast cars.
What's an Australian blogger's like an Australian car blogger's attempt at not holding back punches? Look, I'm going to concede it here. The stripy lines that you know, the go faster lines on the side of the Corolla, they say that they're a 10 out of 10. This is fucking 9.
Well, okay.
man. They're
How
not
about
that
this?
good.
This is him, and this was like I remember the first time I found
said
out
it.
about him was I was looking at like I got into this moment where I was like, you know what would be good if I got a 4-wheel drive and discovered the country.
That's right. You
And
went through a phase of that.
yeah, and didn't have any money to buy it, but I found out that Jeeps or Grand Cherokees can be somewhat cheap. So I looked up his review of buying a Jeep, and he was like, you know, people think that getting a car is an extension of their personality. So they think that maybe I'll get a Jeep. It's rugged. I want to be rugged.
Yeah, you
but
are
I want to
rugged.
let you know something. No one cares about it except for you. No one gives a shit. Get yourself a Toyota and fuck off.
Who said
That's
that?
him. That auto guy.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
So
he
is
is.
you. I think is it your dad? Is he the YouTuber?
Yeah, basically.
May as well be.
You got to look at him. And he does have exactly the same opinions as my dad. That's the whole thing. He's really speaking for the common man.
Right, that's good.
He is.
So
and
he
he's
ju- yeah, go on.
he's basically trying to get people not to make stupid investments. Like I
like-
was
Like
about to.
like Spaniard. Spaniard's the same. It's like, oh, bro, he's a hoodoo's cunt, whatever. Bro, did you know cunts in the eastern suburbs, bro, they fucking don't buy Lamborghinis and fucking wear gold chains and shit and walk around with fucking bling and shit, bro. They're driving Corollas, man. They have their money in the bank cars. They don't have to flash it around. Fucking stupid cunts, lad. Hood logic. See ya.
Anyway, tune in for my next update where I will show you my extensive shoe collection, guys.
So
He's
what did
still
he
a lad, eh?
What did he say about Jordan? Was he like, Jordan's the Corolla?
Well, we can't
of-
get into obviously what he
Why?
talked about, but he was supportive
Okay.
of the recent event.
It's really cool, actually. You are seeing the divide.
Not really. Everyone's support. The majority of people are supporting you apart from Mark Latham.
Yeah, true contrarian.
but like, look,
But-
let's not get into that because
We
I
can't
don't
go
wanna-
into that, but
yeah.
I will say that, because I've just been studying Rome a lot recently, and so all my analogies are that. But if you go and look at Roman historians describing the masses, what are the words they use? Rabid. Inflamed by the passions of a demagogue, easily led, unthinking, uninformed, riffraff, all those words. You look at what the press class that is in the same elite bubbles as politicians and business owners, they're all saying the same thing about my crowd. But it's the same point that has been made about all those historians. What are they talking about when they're saying the masses? Well, they're talking about bakers and blacksmiths and teachers and nurses and doctors. Those are all
Gladiators.
the people, gladiators, that, you know, I don't know what those are today. Well, Channel 7 still has gladiators.
I think they're footy players, aren't they?
Footy players.
No, that's not a team.
Yeah, Ben Shapiro.
You're thinking of the Raiders. You're thinking of the Canberra Raiders. Anyway, go on.
It's just really interesting to see that you see the divide between what I'm saying and politicians like Helen Dalton, and everybody's extremely supportive of them. Anytime you see an article that's a hit piece on me, nothing but negative comments, ratioed. And all they keep saying is just that they're a rabid audience. They're a completely rabid audience. They don't understand what they're saying. It's just like, maybe it's not that everyone in Australia is in a bubble. Maybe you're in the bubble. Did it ever occur to you that that might be the case when your only audience and the only other people that are supporting you are other members of the press?
Yeah.
Those are the only...
What the fuck?
Mic drop? No?
Just so you know, that's not good for the mic.
Well, never is.
Just bash the mic on the table. Go on. I like it.
It was a
though.
mic drop moment.
No, I like that.
The crescendo of all
Send
of
me
this...
that vape.
The crescendo of all of this was...
Thanks.
Crikey did a laughably hilarious hit piece.
Dude, Jordan, don't go into it.
I'm not going into it. I'm just saying, you look at the comments below, and it's all these people saying, I'm cancelling my subscription to Crikey. Apparently a bunch of people did. One person from Crikey had to put up something on Twitter saying, all the people that are cancelling their subscriptions, good. We don't want people that condone sexism and misogyny. All this kind of stuff. They're all leaving. And what's really cool about all of this attention is that you see Crikey's subscription go down and Michael West's go up.
I'm on board
think-
with that, for sure.
Yeah. I honestly think that what's really happened here, and we can't go into anything, and I'll go into a bigger thing later, but I think that we are seeing a turning point here.
Would you say we're through the looking glass?
Yes, I would, Ken.
I suppose that's a good place to stop. My last segment,
Probably should have stopped 10 minutes.
which was about why women want less kids and men want more, which was going to be way better than what you just spewed.
Up late. Hey.
Is
Patreon, get
yeah,
into it.
well, we'll talk about it on the up late. But
Pass
thank
off
you
the-
guys
that's on
for
the up
joining us today.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks
We
a
had
lot.
fun. I
Thanks
hope
for-
you guys did too.
Thanks heaps for watching. Love you all. Thanks for the support.